It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Lions and the Bucks, next on Madden NFL 22.
Just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
I'm hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now back to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Whitaker. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, He's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, Whitaker. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Swift. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy complete. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? Can't get away, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help us.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going up top for Miller. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
To throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun on 3rd down. Whitaker. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Whitaker. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch them.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. He'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Take it at the 37. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
And now before the ball changes hands, here to take a look at the So that challenge, a successful one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll set up to throw.
This one swung out to Vaughn.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On 1st and 10, Whitaker.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Off play action. Whitaker. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
And the Lions are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit.
Now's the time. Don't give it.
T.J. Hawkinson.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 5. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Whitaker. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practice, practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got a problem.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll check this one down to Vaughn.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a real...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
The Lions on 3rd down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And That's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a box first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And with the scoreboard against him here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there of finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
Back. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Whitaker.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
So now the Bucs down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Able to find Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and inches. He'll find Jones again, complete. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
This to the outside from Mack.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And Miller with it over the middle. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
He completes it to Jones. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So this one's over. It's a